ADNOC reportedly eyeing a $50 billion valuation for its gas business, and Rajhi Bank sees a 16.3% rise in net profit to $4.6 billion. You're watching the Daily Brief with Forbes. I'm Ramia Faraj. ADNOC is reportedly eyeing a valuation of at least $50 billion for its gas business, which is slated to float this quarter. It would set the stage for one of the most highly anticipated stock market listings this year. The state oil giant announced in November it was combining its gas processing arm and its LNG subsidiary into a single listed entity. Deliberations over valuations haven't been finalized, and the company is yet to determine the size of the offering. Saudi's Rajhi Bank saw a 16.3% rise in net profit for 2022 to $4.6 billion. It beat analysts' expectations on the back of higher operating income, which grew 11% year on year. In 2022, loans and advances grew 25.5% to $151.4 billion. The Abu Dhabi Securities Exchange and Bahrain Bourse today announced that Muscat Stock Exchange has now joined the Tabato platform. It's the region's first digital exchange hub established on the mutual market access model that provides a trading network between stock exchanges regionally. As a result, MSX's listed securities, along with those of ADX and BHB, are now available for digital trade. Officials say the move facilitates sustainable growth in financial markets by expanding the investor base. Staying with Oman, it's inked a deal with Turkey to sell its 1.4 billion cubic meters of LNG per annum for 10 years beginning in 2025. Turkey is highly dependent on oil imports from Russia, Azerbaijan, and Iran, as well as LNG imports from Qatar, the US, Nigeria, and Algeria. In December, Oman LNG agreed to supply LNG to 3 Japanese companies starting in 2025 in binding agreements signed between them. Oman LNG is expected to export 2.4 million metric tons per annum to the 3 Japanese firms. Adani Group shares today extended their sharp falls to a total of $72 billion. Flagship Adani Enterprises fell 2.5%, reversing its initial gains of 10% this morning. Adani Transmission, Adani Total Gas, Adani Green Energy, Adani Power, Adani Wilmar, and Adani Ports all fell between 4.2% and 20% today. It comes as the Indian conglomerate's rebuttal of Hindenburg Research's scathing criticism failed to pacify investors. And that brings us to today's Forbes Real-Time Billionaires ranking, where our biggest loser is Adani, down $8.5 billion, but still with net wealth of $88.2 billion. Our second biggest loser today is LVMH's Bernard Arnault, down $2.9 billion with net wealth of $210.8 billion. And our third place loser is Tencent's Ma Huateng, down $2.5 billion with net wealth of $41.2 billion. Check out our website and our social media for all of the latest Billionaires news. Nissan and Renault have agreed to a sweeping remake of their 2-decade-old automaking alliance. It will put them on equal footing and see the Japanese company invest in Renault's new electric vehicle business. The deal will see Renault reduce its stake in Nissan to 15% from around 43%. That will see Renault put around 28% of the Japanese automaker in a French trust, crucially making the two more equal partners. Their unequal relationship had long been a source of friction. And Ryanair posted a record after-tax profit for its October-December quarter, earning $229.4 million in the third quarter of its financial year. The after-tax profit numbers compared with a forecast of $218.2 million. Officials say fares will likely post annual high single-digit percentage growth this summer. They say they're encouraged by bookings so far. I'm Ramia Faraj. This is the Daily Brief. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.